It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Denver Nuggets. Well, for Denver, an impressive 4-game winning streak. They're really playing good basketball. We'll see if they can extend it to 5 with a win tonight. And Jahlil Okafor, the former Duke star, came into the league and was an impact player right away. It's rare to see a player with so much polish this early in his career.
You and Kenny hate this word, but I'm going to keep on saying that this guy has some of the best feet work in the post and can make defenders look foolish. Yes, it is. Okay. Not the fastest, but knows how to use his body to shield the ball, and I love his feet work.
Well, I think surprisingly he slipped to number 3 when he was drafted. After winning a national championship, I thought he'd go number 1. But right now I think he's got everything together. He's starting to get his act together on and off the court, so he understands that this can make him a star.
That does it for us for now. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Well, guys, for the Philadelphia 76ers, they come in off a loss to the Celtics. A real closely contested game. They couldn't come up with a couple of key baskets, and they lost by 3.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
I think mostly they just did not give themselves a chance on the inside. They settled too much for the jump shot. I would have liked to have seen a better effort to get the ball to the paint.
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Gallinari and Fareed, the duo at the forward. Emmanuel Mudiay out there with Will Barton. And it's Jokic in at the 5. Now here's Okafor. Lock at 6. And that one's good by Henderson. Henderson's got his team on the board to start the game for Philadelphia. And this is where you start to see the wear and tear. The season take its toll, Brent. Players start getting tired legs, and little injuries begin to crop up.
And this is where opportunities for guys who are a little bit deeper on the bench may crop up. And so the coach's job is to make sure that their confidence is there, that they're ready to go. And when called upon as a player, you're ready to deliver.
That's a good answer.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Now the 76ers with it. Now the feed to Okafor. McConnell kicks to Okafor. And that one, good. Okafor's got his first basket.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
That they did, and he's the one guy on D you can't leave alone, or he's going to get to the bucket over and over. Just torched them there.
Here's McConnell. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Embiid, the pass to Henderson. Shot clock at 5. To the wing on the left. For 3, Covington. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And Denver has possession. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Well, how much more does it mean that they did this on the road? Some tired legs on their starters led to more minutes for the bench, and that turned out to be a big blessing in disguise.
Here's Mudiay. No good that time. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Henderson kicks to Covington. The shot, no good. Barton with some nice D. For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. You watch Jokic play, and you can see why so many are high on his ability to be a star someday. Brent has all the tools, is a legit 7-footer, and he moves with such ease.
Yeah, Jokic has a nice face-up game and has lateral movement as a big, which is quite impressive. sense of spacing with his passing is pretty good. His timing on defense is good. Be interesting to see how he develops in the next couple seasons.
And he makes the first. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Well, the Denver Nuggets franchise still mining for their first NBA title. They've had some very good teams, but have yet to make it to the finals. They did make it to the ABA finals back in '76. Still, these fans have yet to have a team win the West.
Embiid dishes to Covington. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Henderson. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And a chance now to review the shot chart.
And you look at the chart, and you see they have done a lot of their damage in the mid-range game. So often teams will try to force everything at the hoop or only rely on the 3 to score. But they have seen what the defense is giving them and taken every open look they found.
Here's Moutier. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Utah. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Kicks it to Fareed. He dishes it to Gallinari. Back to Fareed. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. And the Nuggets, in their lack of making it to the finals. The team has been in the NBA since 1977, Brent. They've had some great teams, though, along the way.
Yeah, the Nuggets have not had tremendous team success, and you have to look back recently at the mellow years with Chauncey Billups and even Allen Iverson on those squad, and back in the 80s with Alex English and Kiki Vandeweghe and Dan Issel. Still a team starved for success.
The 76ers leading by 4. Henderson passes to McConnell. Picked by Okafor. McConnell kicks to Henderson. And it's Okafor. That time on the assist by Henderson. Okafor's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
The pass to Gallinari. Passes to Jokic. Embiid with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Henderson's got it. Here's Okafor. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Terrell Arthur. He's checked in for Kenneth Fareed. The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the evening. Free throw good, Okafor.
And the Sixers, patiently building with young talent. And through all the losing, Coach Brett Brown talked about seeing the daylight. And I think we're starting to see it as well. The roster is starting to take shape, and maybe that optimism is just around the corner for the Sixers.
And the Sixers have drafted for talent rather than for need. A lot of front court players. You wonder, Greg, how it would all fit in.
And I think especially for a young team with so many needs, you're best served going with the best player available. They've evaluated how the pieces fit, and now they can make the moves necessary to complete that puzzle.
And the first one drops. And the 76ers setting an all-time record for patience as far as going young, Greg, and building through the draft. There's been a lot of losing along the way.
Yeah, and a lot of questions to their strategy. But the front office said their philosophy was trying to plant an orchard from seeds. They didn't want to buy apples, I guess. They wanted to grow them from the ground up. Boy, they better get that harvest moving fast.
Here's McConnell. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. The dish to Covington. Shoots. And that one hits back iron.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, his confidence really nowhere to be found right now, and he's lost all rhythm in that jumper.
The 76ers leading by 7. Pass to McConnell. a shot at the elbow. They retain possession.
You cannot tread lightly with Darrell Arthur lurking inside. He returns that one.
The Nuggets trail by 7. Moutier with the ball. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And here's Henderson. Here's McConnell. Another miss by Philadelphia. Here's Gallinari. And he lays it straight in. Gallinari's got 5 points so far.
And Gallo knows how to finish through contact. Excellent touch from there from the big fella.
Splitter sets a screen. McConnell passes to Okafor. Here's Henderson. They get it back. Okafor gets the bucket. 9 points in the game so far.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Philadelphia this year.
An interconference matchup. They faced these guys twice a season, and last year they took both games. And Jahlil Okafor, really a throwback in a lot of ways, you know, when you think about some of the low-post giants that our game has seen. I mean, 6'11", over 270 pounds, tremendous hands and footwork, and he can take defenders to school on that low block. Going to continue to have to improve his passing, particularly out of double teams, and ability to face up a little more. But, again, this is a guy with a tremendous amount of ability moving forward.
Rodriguez is checked in for T.J. McConnell.
All right, a chance to look at some stats for Butler. He's really stood out for them over the past month. He's around 14 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
The Nuggets trail by 5. And they say post play is a bit of a lost art. It's hard to do effectively against modern NBA defenses. Do you think Okafor will be successful, Greg, playing that kind of style?
You know, he'll have to develop his passing to punish teams who bring help. They have to surround him with shooters, though. If not, then there's no penalty for swarming him inside.
Now here's Rodriguez. Danilo Gallinari unable to get his last shot to go. Down low. Just 5 to shoot. They get it back. Splitter shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Now here's Moutier. Jokic kicks to Gallinari. Fires from 14. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Now let's send it over to D.A., who was able to talk with Coach Brett Brown.
Thanks, Kevin. He said, look, all they talked about before this game was defense. Going up against one of the best offensive teams in the league, he said, it's a challenge that we embrace. Nobody can do it by themselves. It's got to be a collective effort. No hero ball on offense either. Guys, we'll see if they can put the brakes on them. It's never easy. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you as always. And, of course, facing an offense like this, you really have to be aware at all times of the weapons they throw at you.
Yeah, and they can light it up when they get it going. It's going to take a top-notch effort defensively to keep them in check.
Yeah, I believe that they're just ready for this challenge. They've been amped up. They've had some time to get ready for this one. The day is here. Let's see if they can get it done.
Here's Rodriguez following the basket by Mason Plumlee. Bayless dishes to Splitter. Chandler with the rebound.
I think the defense was surprised that he did not knock that down. Clear defensive breakdown there, guys. Should have made him pay.
Arthur, no good. The 76ers leading by 5. And it's Bayless in the corner. Chandler with the steal. To the paint. It's deflected. Beasley kicks to Murray. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Dario Saric. Taken away by Rodriguez.
and you've got to do a better job of making sure the defender isn't in your space. I mean, if you're going to pump fake, you've got to make sure he doesn't have a chance for the steal.
Here's Murray. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And love seeing Murray take it strong to the rack. A phenomenal finisher inside.
Feeds to Splitter. To the left wing. Leans inside. That shot off the mark. Now the Nuggets take it the other way.
He just doesn't seem to be himself shooting the ball right now, guys. Just looks a tad bit uneasy, and that's affecting the result.
Now here's Murray. 11 points for him in that last game against Utah.
And he also was really tenacious about attacking the D and creating wide open shots for his other guys. That's why his teammates love him.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Back to Rodriguez. Splitter sets a screen. There's the pick. Shot clock at 6. Arthur grabs the board. The Nuggets trail by 3. Here's Beasley. Tries from the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beasley. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
They're so aware defensively. I mean, an opportunistic group in terms of forcing miscues and getting out in transition. And boy, do they do a great job of taking advantage.
And Sarge kicks to Rodriguez. Count that one. And the 76ers lead by 5.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Beasley outside. For the 3, Chandler. No good on that one. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Sarge passes to Anderson. Free throw line jump shot. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And now a 7-point 76ers lead. Now Murray. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And the dunk by Arthur.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
If anything could change the momentum, it's that kind of play. Cloud of smoke has people standing on their feet.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Beasley dishes to Chandler. Wasted no time on that one. 1:03 left in the first quarter. Rodriguez outside. Here's Splitter. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
Well, a huge array of post moves from Thiago Splitter. He knows how to draw contact when he's going up for shots.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
76% at the stripe for him thus far this season.
And that one falls for Splitter. That one misses.
Interesting to see Splitter really emerging from the free throw line. Struggled early in his career, but has been better every year since.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
The 76ers lead. Dishes it to Bayless. 35 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And Rodriguez the bucket, the assist by Bayless. Rodriguez has got his second bucket tonight.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Beasley outside. Murray kicks to Plumlee. That's tipped. Stolen by Sarge. Rodriguez outside. Here is Bayless. Here's Saric. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. And that does it for the first quarter. Philadelphia ahead, leading by 4. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
Second chance points are wild cards. You never know when you're going to get them, and they always seem to affect the outcome of the game.
The Nuggets trail by 4.
Well, the problem for the Nuggets last season was their defense. They had a hard time forcing their opponents to take bad shots. Active on the defensive end, but not quite enough force.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Henderson, Okafor out there with Embiid. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's McConnell in at the point. And with the Nuggets, Brent, they could defend at the rim, right at the top in terms of block shots as a team, but that didn't translate into defensive success.
Well, the block shots are one thing, Kevin, but retaining possession after the block shot is really the most important part. So as much as Denver has the defensive presence around the rim, it's still about collecting those blocks and then turning over teams and getting possession for yourself.
Here's McConnell. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. He kicks it to Henderson. Off the pick.
And a masterful defensive job by Barton as the shot's going up. That length certainly can alter some shots if used correctly.
Always going up for the alley-oop here.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
The 76ers trail. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Henderson. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, remember when Roy Hibbert burst onto the scene in that great year for the Pacers, and he's still one of the league's elite rim defenders. He doesn't go for the block so much as create a wall. It's called the principle of verticality, and Hibbert says, I'm the godfather of that. I'm not going to name names, but there were some prominent coaches who said, you need to get rid of this. Kevin? Here's the rules.
Yeah, D.A., he didn't invent it. He just perfected it. Thanks. He's off on the first. Brent, you can just see the explosiveness ooze out of Moutier when he attacks a defender.
Well, Moutier can create space for himself just about at any time, and he does it with effortless movement. He cuts very well for a guard as tall as he is. So the body control and that athleticism, those are good foundations for an offensive player waiting to explode.
Brent, at some point, all NBA players know when it's time to hang him up. Kobe went through it last year. What was the moment for you?
The moment for me, Kevin, was in Portland, Oregon. Happened to be playing against the Portland Trailblazers. And a guy named Rudy Fernandez was on the Trailblazers at that time. And Rudy played like the Roadrunner. He did not stop running. And I remember there was a play where I tried to chase him off a screen. He came around the screen, went up for a lob dunk, and I could not catch up to him. And I thought to myself, this might be a good time to think about the end of this.
It happens that suddenly. Unlike, I mean, you can pinpoint it to one play.
I don't know that every player can do that, but thank you, Rudy Fernandez, for the clear-cut message that was going to be my last season.
Here's McConnell following the basket by Emmanuel Moody. There's the screen. It's tipped. Here's Okafor, and Fareed sends it back.
Gotta love the vertical leap from Fareed. Shooters, beware.
To the inside, Barton, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
In watching Will Barton play, or rather as he's known, the people's champ, you know, Brent, you have to love the energy and aggression that he plays with whenever he's out there on the floor.
There's something about the blue-collar player, Kevin, that I think everybody who's a fan of the game always is attracted to. That's what Will Barton does. Very easy to cheer for, and he gives you everything he's got every night.
Now, here's Moutier after Henderson's miss. Pass to Barton. He feeds it to Gallinari, and Embiid with the steal. McConnell kicks to Covington. And the shot is long.
Well, he could not have been any more wide open, guys. Wow, I bet he nails that shot next time he gets a clean look.
And Jokic slams it in.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And to me, this is why they're winning, guys. Unlikely players stepping up huge against a defense that's really nowhere to be found.
2-on-1 as they jump out on the break, and Fareed throws it down.
And what a finish from Fareed, using his athleticism there to leap up as soon as he sees the ball lobbed in his direction.
The 76ers trail by 7, inside to stop the run, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Barton in the corner. Tipped away, and it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Nuggets.
And really, there's just such a lack of scoring for them from out at the top of the arc in terms of three-point range. And in today's game, you have to get scoring from the three-point range. And that area out above the free throw line extended is a real weak spot for them so far.
Just 5 on the clock. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. For the past 10 games, these teams have been fantastic on rebounding. The Nuggets #1.
What a show of strength in terms of rebounding. I mean, they've really controlled the glass here of late, playing with some extreme physicality.
Here's McConnell. 9 points last game out. Embiid the screen. The baseline J. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Now just a 3-point Nugget lead. Nuggets have gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. Jokic's screen. Now here's Moutier. He's tightly guarded. Here's Gallinari. Here's Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Yeah, those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
And that is a statement. We're going to keep coming at you hard, even if we've got the lead.
Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Barton, no luck. The 76ers trail by 5. It's Henderson on the wing. Barton defending. Back to Henderson. It's blocked.
Yeah, tough with his shot so far off right now. They're going to have to tap someone else to step up until he finds it.
Barton kicks to Moutier. Gallinari in the corner. Henderson with it. 6 points for him. Here's McConnell. Embiid the screen. From deep. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from McConnell. The Nuggets have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Jokic a screen. Barton outside. 11 feet away. And another miss by Denver. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Henderson, no good.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
A nice shot by Gallinari. Nice to see Mike Malone back out there on the sideline. He left Sacramento in kind of, Brent, an odd situation to say the least, but he is showing he is a solid coach in the NBA.
You know that saying, Kevin, where things work out as they should? For Mike Malone, I think the Denver Nuggets is exactly where he should be. He did a tremendous job in Sacramento, especially getting through to DeMarcus Cousins, and it was a bit shocking that he was removed from that position. But Denver swiping him up, moving forward, and now they have a coach for their future.
Yeah, it's got to be concerned with all the missed shots here, and every team goes through cold streaks. You just got to figure out a way to stay productive.
You just don't want to get to a point where you're forcing too much, not just letting the opportunities come within the flow of your offense.
Here's what Philadelphia is going with right now. Sarge is checked in for Okafor. Anderson comes in for Robert Covington. Jared Bayless is checked in for Gerald Henderson. And Rodriguez is subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Now, here's Sarge. Looking for his first basket still in this one. The feed to Embiid. Shot off the screen. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Seeing a lot more teams push the tempo offensively these days, Brent. Why is it the teams want to go up tempo?
Kevin, anytime a defense is not able to get back and set up what they want to do to dictate what it is the offense does, your advantage is to play fast and find the first available shot that is going to be something you can take advantage of. So up tempo, no defense is set, you got a better chance of scoring against your opponent. Still believe that the Nuggets play their best when the ball is moving around. They rely on ball movement to create shots and open up opportunities. They don't have a lot of great isolation players.
Chandler hits them both. And with the Nuggets being at their best when their assist numbers are so high, that's been a trend for them for nearly a decade.
The Nuggets have not had an all-star in some time, and they are best when relying on one another. That builds a lot of team chemistry and a lot of team confidence. A high number of their baskets were assisted on last year, and you love playing with a selfless team.
14 feet away, and he gets the jumper to drop. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
And stolen by Murray. Puts it up from 12, and it's Beasley. That time in the assist by Murray. Beasley's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Kicks it to Bayless. Rodriguez outside. 6 on the shot clock. It's good. Embiid's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
You know, he didn't score the ball much in the first quarter, but he has been really, really solid during the second quarter. I expect a big game from him now.
Now, here's Jokic. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Utah. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. He's had 5 chances at the line, gone 4 for 5. And the first one drops. Splitters checked in for Philadelphia. So he gets them both.
And what a huge advantage when your bigs can be on the floor to get fouled and shoot free throws.
To the middle. Another shot. Got a piece of it. And here is Murray. The Nuggets with another miss.
Shocking he blew that opportunity, guys. 9 times out of 10, that is an easy make.
Bayless's shot is off. The Nuggets leading by 10. Chandler the pass to Jokic. He dishes it to Murray. Back to Jokic. And Beasley now atop the key. Pulls up. High post. Second shot opportunity. Here's Murray. Kicks it out to Beasley. Fareed with it. Now defended by Saric. Fareed dishes to Murray. And there's a little bit of a question as to where Jamal Murray will line up in the NBA. He's played both point guard and shooting guard in the past and has the skills to play either position comfortably.
And I think Murray has shown he can play the shooting guard proficiently. But it'll be interesting if this team sees him as a point guard long term. Didn't play that at UK, so a bit behind the curve in that sense. But with his scoring, however, you just want him on the floor no matter where he lines up.
And that one misses.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
A different look for Denver. Plumlee comes in for Jokic. And it's Arthur in for Kenneth Fareed. Good on the second free throw. Brent, when you played, you were one of the best passing wings in the NBA. How did you come about developing that play style, that skill of feeding others so well?
Huge influence for me, Kevin, growing up was Pistol Pete Maravich. I watched a lot of tapes, and maybe people out there remember old VHS tapes of homework basketball that Pistol Pete put out, and I watched those incessantly and went out in the driveway and tried those things, and then eventually frustrated every coach that I played for. But I had an innate ability to see the floor, some peripheral vision that I tried to use to my advantage, and I enjoyed always making the play for the next guy.
And you both came from basketball families. His dad was his coach at LSU.
That is correct. And although Press wanted Pete to shoot a lot, and he did.
And he did. And you?
And I was more of a pass-first guy.
Yeah.
I think with my dad, he took all the shots away from his teammates. I wanted to be a better teammate.
He took a family's worth of shots, right?
That is correct. And I spent years making up for it.
Now here's Rodriguez. He's covered by Murray. Rodriguez passes to Saric. Splitter. And it's sent back by Plumlee.
Showing good shot-blocking skills at times. Plumlee gets all of that one.
The 76ers trail by 11. And here they go. Another miss by Philadelphia. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Beasley with a clean look. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Count that one. Rodriguez has got it back down to single digits for the 76ers.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Fearless, despite the size mismatch, took it right to him.
Now here's Murray. He has 5. Good on the shot. Murray's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nuggets.
Well, some good interior crucial points here as Murray's staying active in the paint.
And the pass to Saric. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Now here's Murray. Bayless covering. Plumlee with the screen. Beasley kicks to Chandler. Passes it to Arthur. For the 3. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
You have to respect how assured Arthur looks on that catch-and-shoot opportunity. He makes up his mind that that ball is coming to him and rises into his shot.
Now here's Bayless. He's coming off a 13-point game against Boston. 1:06 left in the second quarter. Beasley, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Beasley's got 6 here in this quarter.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
And knowing that's the kind of D the opposition has been playing, he's going straight for the jugular, just like he should. Love to see passes to guys on the move that are on target. They don't break stride.
Now here's Murray. Defense is right there. Puts it up from 12. Arthur, no good.
Well, the D wasn't awful, but it wasn't stifling either. He really should have made that shot.
Saric misses.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, you want your guys to attack with confidence, but that's just a bad look.
Chandler, no good. The 76ers trail by 12, and Bayless kicks to Anderson. Rodriguez outside. Out to the right wing. Here's Saric.
And Arthur really makes that shot as difficult as possible. Having a big guy like him step up as you're getting ready to release that shot's got to affect your release point.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Nuggets lead by 12. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with Coach Mike Malone. How has ball movement opened up things for you offensively?
Every game we have where we get into a one-on-one game, over-dribbling, not passing, we become very easy to guard. But the good thing about tonight is the ball is moving. We're trying to make plays for each other. When we move the ball, we get high percentage shots, which is all we can ask for.
Thanks very much for your time, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They only had a couple rough stretches, and as the first period came to a close, they had a 4-point deficit. The second quarter was all theirs. Major uptick in offensive and defensive intensity as they did their jobs with precision, now sitting on a comfortable 12-point lead at the half. Shaq, let's get your take on Denver.
In simple truth, they just got hot. Didn't matter what the defense was doing, Ernie. They were definitely able to rise above it. Even the tough shots. Did you see that one shot? I don't know how they even went down. They can carry this over to the second half. It's going to be hard to beat them, boy. Woo-wee.
And Kenny, your take on Philadelphia.
They're being far less aggressive than they ought to be. The free throw differential is huge right now. It's threatening to determine the outcome of the game. So they have to get into the lane and challenge defenders to make them try to stop you.
And in a matter of moments, they'll be starting the third quarter. Kevin Harlan standing by. See you, folks.
As we return to Philadelphia, we give you a scenic view of the downtown skyline of this terrific city. A stunning sight. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. One of the stories here, Nikola Jokic getting it done today.
Yeah, he's been a revelation tonight, almost scoring at will in that first half.
Yeah, you just don't see this much, but he's setting up for a monster game tonight.
The Nuggets leading by 12. Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Gallinari and Fareed, the duo at the forward. Will Barton is out there with Emmanuel Mudiay. And it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Stolen by Henderson. Here's McConnell. Covington passes to McConnell. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Got a piece of it, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barton. And the 76ers making a change here. Embiid's checked in. Here's Okafor. To the inside. 9 feet out. A shot by McConnell. No good.
That's just terrific court awareness there. The defense knew it was coming and just totally suffocated him.
The shot's good from Fareed.
That's where Fareed gets most of his shots. He's a high percentage shooter from inside the paint.
Here's McConnell. Henderson kicks to Okafor. It's stolen by Moutier. Oh, Fareed in position. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart.
Well, I think a big issue for him right now is his performance from the mid-range. Nothing seems easy for him at the moment, and it's resulted in a lot of missed opportunities for himself and his team when he's taken that shot.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. McConnell kicks to Okafor. There's a good screen. The dish now to Henderson. And the foul on Will Barton. That is his first foul of the game. And it's the 76ers with the ball. They trail by 14. McConnell kicks to Embiid. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Embiid's got 8 points.
Nice unselfish dish there, right where his teammate could do something with it.
Moutier dishes to Gallinari. Inside. And Jokic slams it in.
And not a guy known for style points when it comes to throwing one down, but every once in a while, Kevin.
Greg, why don't we see more dunks like that from him? He's certainly got the size for it.
I don't think really that's his personality. Sometimes he's just waiting for things to happen, and other times he's in attack mode.
Now here's Henderson. 5 on the clock. Covington's shot is off.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
And this is one of those slumps that you'll just probably want to shoot your way out of.
Okafor against Fareed. Here's Moutier. Good. Moutier's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And interesting, Kevin, the 6'8" manimal Kenneth Fareed plays a lot bigger. You know, he has a standing reach that's 3 inches higher than Blake Griffin's, but more than anything, it's his athleticism and tremendous hustle that makes him such an imposing presence.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
And a chance to check out the stats for Henderson. His last 10 games, he's averaging 15 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Moutier.
And Emmanuel Moutier's path to the NBA, so fascinating. 7th pick overall in 2015, but played in China prior to declaring for the NBA draft. I think that experience helped, but made Denver intrigued as to whether or not he could be the point guard for their organization for the future.
Yeah, none too pleased with the play of his team, and you know what? They just need to get things sorted out.
Well, when your opponent keeps piling on like this, your only choice is to get together during a timeout and fix it.
Here now is the 2K leaderboard. Over the past month, these teams have tortured opponents defensively. The 76ers in 2nd.
What a month they've had defensively. I mean, they've really gotten after it on that end of the floor.
The 76ers trail by 18. McConnell passes to Henderson. Here's Okafor. Rebounded by Fareed. Farid's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Well, following up on Moutier, spent some time in China, grew up in Texas, and was born in the Congo. Well, that's quite a world traveler at his young age.
Well, my thing is, Kevin, did he keep all the miles? That's going to help out. He's worked really closely with Coach Malone to improve his game during his rookie year, and he plays with a high level of confidence. We'll see in the next couple seasons how that develops.
The 76ers have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. The first one falls. And he makes both free throws. The Nuggets leading by 16. From 10 feet out, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Moutier's got 10 points in the game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Embiid, and it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Farid with a clean look, and a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, it's tough. His shot's been off today. Luckily, his team still has the edge in the game so far.
McConnell kicks to Embiid. It's Henderson on the wing. Back to Embiid. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. Taking a look at Chicago. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And checking out Philadelphia, 10 games behind.
And right now for the 76ers, they've fallen all too quickly down to that spot at the bottom of the standings. If any team needed a bright start, it was them.
Yeah, with the quality of a lot of teams they're now staring up at, it's going to be difficult for them to bounce back from this kind of start and make a huge climb up the standings.
And here's Moutier. After Gerald Henderson hitting the 3. Martin got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. They're looking now at a sizable deficit.
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to really rush the game. And they need to avoid that.
McConnell kicks to Okafor from 13.
Yeah, so far he has not had his usual effort in this one, and it's really hurting the team.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Yeah, where's the box out? That's a mistake that is easily preventable with some fundamentals.
Now here's Barton. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. To the paint, it's deflected. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
It is so hard to contain Farid when he's wreaking havoc with his activity. You cannot put a cage around the manimal.
Sarge is checked in for Embiid.
I think the first time you saw Kenneth Farid, you knew he was going to be one of those guys as a special undersized rebounder. Great on the offensive glass, great instincts to track down loose balls, and relentless pursuit.
And Farid is a gifted rebounder, as you said, Brent, one of the few active players to record over 25 rebounds in a single game.
Well, he could also thank his teammates for missing a lot of shots, Kevin, but I jest. His rebounds and activity really are important for his team, and they feed off of that energy. You know, you're playing a long NBA season, Kevin. Sometimes you need a spark plug, a guy out there who's going to hop around a little bit and get you going. Kenneth Farid does that for the Nuggets.
Denver leading by 14. Jokic a screen. Moutier dishes to Gallinari. Farid the pass to Gallinari. Back to Farid. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Saric.
Look out below the manimal, uncaged, and no prisoners taken.
Mason Plumlee's checked in for Denver.
And Danilo Gallinari is one of the better three-point threats in the NBA. It isn't just the accuracy that he has, but it's the ease of his release. And a lot of times people don't realize just how big at 6'10" Danilo is. That allows that shooting window to be open quite often.
And returning to Gallinari, he's done a good job of expanding his game, Brent, to more than just threes. It's helped him develop as a complete offensive threat.
Well, he's become much more than just a spot-up and shoot guy, and he looks more and more comfortable as the seasons wear on. The interesting part about Gallinari is I think the game is slowing down for him. We know he's suffered from some injuries, but he looks much more like a veteran player out there in that Denver Nugget uniform.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Murray comes in for Emmanuel Mudiay. And Mason Plumlee, 6'11", very athletic, but despite that, he's not a big-time rim protector.
No, but he is very mobile, and if he can get his body in front of guys who are attacking the rim, he can certainly be a disturbance in there. You ask the scouts, he's improved quite a bit defensively over the past couple seasons.
You know, he just, like every other coach, can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside, and boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, some of that right now might be a lack of toughness, but you can't combine that with laziness. Guys are not crashing down and closing off those driving lanes.
The 76ers trail by 16. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, smartphones and other technology are ubiquitous nowadays. Clippers head coach Doc Rivers says teams do pay a price. Social media and texting has absolutely hurt chemistry, he said. He recalled his championship season with the Celtics. One of the best things that happened to them was during the preseason in Italy. The players couldn't get a wireless signal, and they had to actually talk with one another. Kevin?
Yeah, that connection between players can make a difference. Thanks, David. And the first one at the line is good. Jared Bayless is checked in for the 76ers. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Denver. And so Saric nails them both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
The Nuggets leading by 14. Plumlee with the screen. Over in the corner, Chandler. And another miss by Denver. Philadelphia's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Shots good by Saric.
Beautiful setup. Put that pass right where it needed to be.
Barton outside. Inside. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Yeah, no more can we talk about underrated jumping ability from the Plumlees. Suddenly he's up and attacking the rim.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Picked by Okafor. McConnell kicks to Saric. Not really his range, and it's off target.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Well, Will the Thrill Barton is improved, and I'll tell you why, Kevin. He put the time in working tirelessly on that shot. Became a legitimate three-point threat from the wing and saw his point totals soar.
2 shots.
That one is off. Thinking about Barton now with his ability, Brent, to stretch a defense, it opens up a lot of lanes for himself and his teammates.
Well, he's always known how to attack the rim, and now it's about his decision-making to do one of 2 things. Get in there or stop short for the pull-up jumper. He's showing that now.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Splitter is checked in for Okafor. Justin Anderson comes in for Gerald Henderson. And Rodriguez is subbed in for T.J. McConnell.
I think Will Barton has figured out that scoring from the free throw line can be a good thing.
Splitter sets a screen. There's Bayless with the three. Chandler with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Arthur bangs home the trifecta. Arthur's got 8.
Yeah, not a lot of talk going on defensively. That's a good shot for him.
Now here's Bayless. Barton defending, and he gets the bucket. The Nuggets leading by 16. Now here's Murray. He's got 7. Arthur passes to Chandler. And Plumlee kicks to Barton. Stolen by Bayless. Oh, and here we go. Bayless got it, the fast break chance. Basket good. He has 6.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
If these guys are focused on making a push with the basketball, they can be very good.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Arthur. Feeds it to Barton. Plumlee with the screen. 6 on the shot clock. That's short off the rim. The 76ers trail by 14. Here's Saric. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Plumlee's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now Murray. Dishes to Arthur. Plumlee with the screen. Here's Barton. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
You have to give a ton of credit to the defense for arriving just in time and altering that shot away from the basket.
Bayless's shot is off. The Nuggets leading by 14. Taken away by Rodriguez. And now the 76ers on the break. He kicks to Anderson. Plumlee with some nice D.
Well, the defense ready for him there in prevent mode, making sure that he didn't get a clean look at that layup.
We've got a moment now to go to a rookie watch and find out who among the NBA's freshman class have been the hottest shooters. Number 1 is Joel Embiid. Second is Dario Saric.
And both of them are just explosive scorers around the rim, able to get in close, and that's a key to getting high percentage shots.
Now here's Splitter. He's got 5. Deep 2 from Bayless. Buries the jump shot. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Murray dishes to Barton. 1:53 left to play in the third. And Plumlee kicks to Murray to end the drought. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
And even though he's been on a roll tonight, that one was a bit forced.
The 76ers have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
Not a strong suit for this group, just around 71%.
He misses the free throw. The Nuggets making a switch here. Beasley's checked in. And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Murray with it. He has 7. Beasley sets a screen for Murray. Plumlee with the screen. They get it back. Another shot for 3. Beasley gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Rodriguez passes to Bayless. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And here is Murray. He feeds it to Arthur. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
And let's see some numbers here on Thiago Splitter. He's been more than solid over the last month. He's putting up 9 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
There's the pick. Pass to Saric.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
2 shots. And the first one drops.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
I felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line. Well, he is a huge reason why they have this lead.
Philadelphia with the ball. Denver getting their last shot to go. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And Anderson kicks to Saric. And there's the pass to Rodriguez. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 7 rebounds in the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
He gets it up, and that's not going to go. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Nuggets ahead, up by 15. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. The 76ers trail by 15. Joel Embiid out there with Jahlil Okafor. Then it's Robert Covington, then it's Henderson, and it's McConnell in at the guard position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now here's Henderson. Embiid wide open. A second chance effort, and Okafor with the layup. Okafor's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the 76ers. The Nuggets leading by 13. Here's Moutier to the middle. Fareed the pass to Jokic. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. Embiid. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. The 76ers making a switch here. Splitter's checked in. First free throw is good. That one misses. The 76ers trail by 14. Henderson kicks to McConnell. The feed to Okafor. Splitter sets a screen to the inside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, that's some grit and grind from Splitter to bury himself inside the paint, gets the ball, and finishes quite easily over the D.
To the paint. Here's Jokic. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Shooting one.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. McConnell kicks to Splitter. And the call up against Jokic. That'll be his second foul of the game. Will Barton, he's checked in for Beasley. Here's Henderson. Picked by Okafor. Here's Covington. Splitter with a screen on Fareed. Gallinari with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Gallinari just jamming that one home off the drive like it was nothing.
The 76ers trail by 17. And Fareed sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Picked by Okafor. A three off the inbound. Offensive rebound. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Okafor's got 4 points now in the quarter. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Now here's Moutier. Kicks to Fareed. Pulls from the top of the key. That one, no good. Excellent D there from Okafor. Knocked loose. Here's McConnell. He dishes it to Henderson. To the inside. Here's Okafor. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. He gets that one. And the Nuggets lead by 17.
Smart play there from Barton to establish himself on the inside to convert.
Here's McConnell. Here's Henderson. And the shot is long. Denver leading by 17. Now Moutier. And Fareed kicks to Barton. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. And with Gallinari, he is a guy who, if he gets a few to drop early, it does wonders for his game. His confidence build soars, in fact, and he just feeds off his own energy to put up big numbers.
Well, there's sometimes those games where Gallinari has those moments and gets that look. He'll start to pull up from deep and drain shots and start looking at the crowd, firing up his teammates. And once he gets that confidence going, he'll start backing down smaller defenders and become a complete offensive player.
Sarge is checked in for Splitter. Both free throws good from Barton. The 76ers trail by 19. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Henderson. Up and in on the layup.
Good eyes. Found the open man and delivered an accurate pass.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Moutier dishes to Barton. Jokic a screen. Fade away. And again, Denver no good.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, you want your guys to attack with confidence, but that's just a bad look.
Covington's shot is off. Denver leading by 17. Moutier with the ball. Passes it to Gallinari. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. Brent, there's been some talk that the dependency on three-pointers is bad for the game of basketball. Even Greg Popovich, your former coach, said they weren't great for the sport. Do you see any truth in that?
Well, I think Pop's just upset that he didn't have as good a three-point shooters on his team over the past couple of years. I don't think so, Kevin. I mean, the game is moving towards the three-point line and expanding the space and pace type of offenses that we've seen, and teams having great success doing that. It's really hard to fault a team like Golden State, who's the blueprint for that sort of activity, motion, and scoring prowess. That's what teams are looking to do. The copycat league is underway, so more three-pointers are coming.
Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Sarge. Gallinari hits them both. The 76ers trail by 19. There's the dish to Henderson. Moutier brings the double team. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Holmes. It's deflected. Goes back up. And it's good on the way in. Here's Barton. Pass to Jokic. Jokic sets the screen for Moutier. Back to Jokic. Okafor grabs the miss.
The defense arrived just in the nick of time to throw him off there. So fortunate he missed that one, guys.
Here's McConnell. Down low. Here's Holmes. And Fareed sends it back.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Moutier passes to Gallinari. Fareed against Okafor. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Fareed.
Yeah, pretty much unforced there on the bad pass. He has to just make better decisions on the delivery when he's getting it to his teammates.
Anderson, he's checked in for the 76ers. Here's McConnell. Anderson the screen. Okafor with the screen on Barton. Henderson kicks to Okafor. The shot's good. Okafor's got 6 points in the quarter. Denver leading by 15. There's the pick. Moutier dishes to Gallinari. Back to Moutier. Barton sets a screen for Moutier. Jokic a screen. From deep, Gallinari. And another miss by Denver. Philadelphia has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. A shot by McConnell, no good.
Well, he made 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't found a way to connect again from outside during the second.
It's not going to go for him. Now the 76ers take it the other way. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Up top, Moutier to stop the drought. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
And even with defense hanging around, that interior shot for Moutier is as good as they come.
McConnell kicks to Anderson. To the left side wing. The 3 from Anderson. Buries the long-range jumper. Here's Moutier. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Okafor. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Some changes for Philadelphia. Splitter comes in for Justin Anderson, and Jared Bayless subbed in for Okafor.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
He's perfect from the line this time. The 76ers trail by 16. And here is Bayless. Splitter sets a screen. Bayless's shot is off. For Denver, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Moutier kicks to Gallinari. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Gallinari's got 6 here in this quarter.
Gallinari gathers his rhythm. He simply rises up and nails the interior shot.
Here's McConnell, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Oh, nicely done. Finding good opportunities inside. Priority 1.
Now here's Moutier. Feeds it to Farid. Gallinari outside. He tries for 3. Good on the triple. Gallinari's got 9 points here in the second half.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down. And undrafted out of Tennessee State, Robert Covington has become a nice find for the Sixers. You know, that saying, a 3-and-D small forward. I mean, they see him really as a foundational piece going forward. And I think he has more versatility. He's not just the 3-and-D guy. This kid's continuing to improve and showing a lot of spunk in his game.
Now here's Moutier following the missed shot by Will Barton. Gallinari outside. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. Here's Covington, and it's Denver with the rebound. Farid's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And on the topic of Covington, you know he's mostly a spot-up shooter offensively. The majority of his shots, Greg, are coming from long range.
Yeah, a downtick in his shooting percentages last season, a cause for concern. I mean, but he's a good rebounder, gets a lot of steals. You like his size at that small forward position.
Here's McConnell following the basket by Kenneth Farid. McConnell kicks to Anderson. 5 on the clock. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Good on the bucket.
Experience of the big man there from Splitter, having someone who can finish through the contact, is big.
Up top, Moutier. Gallinari in the corner. Dishes to Farid. Up top, Barton. Bayless covering. The 3. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The 76ers trail by 16. McConnell kicks to Anderson. And it's Covington atop the key. Denver grabs the miss. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Over in the corner, Moutier. It's stolen by Moutier. 1:49 left to play in the final quarter. He kicks it to Farid. Gallinari outside. 6 to shoot. And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. The 76ers making a switch here. Sarge is checked in. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Barton, no luck. The 76ers trail by 16.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Denver.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone. And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Jokic.
Well, the way he battled down low was just impressive. His rebounding numbers tonight are awesome. They jump off the stat page, and they got full effort from every minute he was on the floor.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Justin Anderson, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And Rodriguez is subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Big group substitution here for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Arthur comes in for Kenneth Faried. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Gallinari. And it's Beasley in for Barton. Both free throws good from Mudiay. And you often see players talking with an official after a call or an on-call. Were you ever able to make headway with the ref by talking to them after a play, whether you agreed, disagreed, or whatever?
Well, the biggest part about it, Kevin, it's all about your approach. So if you walk up to the referees and you're kind and you're courteous, they're going to listen to what it is that you have to say. So it's all about your timing and your approach with the officials to point out something that may be happening in the game or a trend that you see in the early part of the game, just to draw their attention to some of that action during the course of a period.
Did coaches always make players aware of who is officiating and what to look for?
I really never had a coach in a pregame meeting, Kevin, come in and mention the officials who were reffing that game that night. Never happened in my career.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
And that's the thing. When you go on the road, two things can happen. Either the environment can affect you, or you can affect the environment. They chose the latter.
At the line for your 76ers, Dario Saric. At the line for two,
that free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Murray. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Danilo, transition, big for your team. I assume that was a big focus tonight.
Yes, we want to run, and that's what we have to do every time. So that's what we did, and we played a great game.
Gallo, thanks very much. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now we'll head over to the studio with Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. It is time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic. His performance was absolutely phenomenal tonight. Not only did he rack up a double-double, he inspired everyone around him to come up with plays for the win.
He's a road warrior because he was on that edge in that game tonight. Oh, my boy. That's what we don't always see from this guy. But tonight, road warrior.
He was outrageous. He shot a red shooting percentage from the field, hitting from everywhere. It didn't matter where he was or who was guarding it. The defense tried to make adjustments, so what? Still knocked down shots.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and for the rest of the 2K Sports crew, the best in the business. This is Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.